Now, I hope you didn't spend too much of your Labor Day sitting on the interstate. It looked like a lot of folks did. Welcome back. It's Tuesday, September 5th, 2023. Born on this date in 1939, Claudette Colvin of Montgomery, who as a black 15-year-old girl was arrested for refusing to give up her seat on a bus some 9 months before Rosa Parks' higher-profile arrest. In 1963, former Cincinnati Reds pitcher Jeff Brantley of Florence. Now today we have money to spend, or the state does. We also know what happened to a missing Tuskegee Airman, and Auburn volleyball has reached a new high. My name's Ike Morgan, and we're down in Alabama. Now back in the day when your folks would drop you off at the mall, give you a little money for the arcade, you didn't come home and hand them back a $5 bill that you didn't spend. Not when Donkey Kong was still toting off ladies that needed saving. Similarly, in government, if funds are allocated your way, if you can't bank it, find a way to spend it. Responsibly, of course. AL.com's John Sharp reports that Alabama legislators still need to make sure they're able to spend all their American Rescue Plan Act funding. There's a December 2026 deadline on using that money. Now, the state has allocated more than $900 million toward water, sewer, and broadband projects. And that much government-led progress doesn't happen overnight. Out of a few hundred water and sewer projects, for example, only 79 have signed agreements to move forward. And that doesn't mean they've started the actual work. Some lawmakers are starting to push for reallocating money toward projects that are ready to roll, and the Department of Environmental Management is assessing the projects partly based on whether they'll be able to make deadlines. And Bobby Singleton, a Greensboro Democrat, told the Oversight Committee that some small cities are concerned about getting stuck with debt that they might incur to pay for finishing the work. ADEM External Affairs Chief Lynn Battle said that funding will be prioritized on, quote, a needs basis where it is unlikely the project will be implemented without state-funded assistance. She said ADEM, that's the Department of Environmental Management, has procedures that will keep money from going back to Washington. The U.S., along with Italian archaeologists, have identified the remains of an American pilot who crashed in Europe during World War II, reports AL.com's Sarah White's Kodacheck. Lieutenant Fred L. Brewer was a member of the Tuskegee Airmen, the black pilots who trained in Tuskegee, Alabama, and flew and fought during World War II. He was in his P-51 fighter, escorting B-24 bombers from Italy to Germany, when he crashed in overcast weather. His remains were found near the Italy-Austria border and had been moved multiple times in the 1940s. Just over a decade ago, reports about the crash were discovered, and an investigation followed by DNA testing revealed the remains belonged to Lieutenant Brewer. Brewer, who was 23 years old when his plane went down, was originally from North Carolina. The Defense POW MIA accounting agency shows that 25 Tuskegee Airmen remain missing. The Auburn volleyball team is ranked in the American Volleyball Coaches Association Top 25 for the first time ever, reports AL.com's Ainsley Lee. The Tigers have jumped to a 5-0 record this season, and this week slipped into the poll at number 25. Thank y'all so much for listening. We're going to be back here again tomorrow. Until then, y'all come on by and see us on the World Wide Web at AL.com.